Most say serving your country and putting in over 20 years of service in the U.S. Army is honorable. It is heroic, but not to one Democratic congressman named Jim Moran. He said this when referring to his opponent, who did just that at a recent event.
What they do is they find candidates, usually stealth candidates, that haven't been in office, haven't served and performed in any kind of public service. My opponent is typical, frankly.
Really, U.S. Army colonels typical? Congressman Moran is running for re-election in the 8th District of Virginia, and his opponent happens to be a 24-year-old U.S. Army officer. So what's his reaction? Let's ask him. With us right now, Republican candidate from the 8th District, retired Colonel Patrick Murray. I understand, Patrick, a little insulting, wouldn't you think?
Well, it's not so much about me. It's about all the service members and their families around the world. And, you know, you just can't make this stuff up. Here you have a 20-year incumbent who for 20 years has had the most hallowed ground in America in his district. And I'm talking about Arlington National Cemetery, not to mention the Pentagon. And for him, service members, military service is not public service, and we're just earning a paycheck.
Right. Right now you're trailing in this race. It looks by about 10 points. For you, very stark differences between the two. For example, you fought in the military. He's against the Iraq War, against even the Afghanistan War.
Well, there's been a pattern to Congressman Moran's disdain for the military, and as you point out, he's just recently voted twice to not support the troops in Afghanistan, which I think is unconscionable, as well as his comments about myself, which reflect on all service members and their families. And he's also had a couple of endorsements, Military Officers Association of America, which he claimed to have, but does not, and they've asked him to retract those endorsements.
So what made you jump in and say, okay, I've given my military service, because you don't join Congress for the paycheck. What made you say, I got to do this?
There is no statute of limitations on supporting and defending the Constitution. I was proud and honored, and I'm proud of my service for 24 years in the United States Army, but I believe that our country was going in the wrong direction. We're drowning in debt. We're spending money that we don't have, and I don't want to be part of the first generation of Americans to hand off a country to our kids that's worse off than it was before. And we need to turn this around.
And you, what could you do to close that gap in the next 3 days, 5 days?
We are peaking at the exact right time. Not only has this comment he's made given us great momentum and great support from all around the country, people throughout the district are ready for a change. And they're tired of Jim Moran thinking that this seat is his,
right.
and we're gonna win this election on November the 2nd.
And we'll see if the sun shines on you. Right now, it's raining on the Capitol. We see that behind you. Patrick Murray, thanks so much for your service. Good luck the rest of the way as you run for the 8th District over in Virginia. Thanks so much.
Thank you.